Well, hi everyone, and welcome to our Wednesday encouragement. Hey, I want to thank everyone for making our Easter weekend such a great one. Those of you who came to be a part of our Good Friday service and our Easter service, all of you who served in the children's classes and in other ways, thank you for making it such a great weekend. And if you weren't able to be with us in person, the videos from Friday and Sunday are available on our Facebook and YouTube pages as well as on our website, so I invite you to go and check those out. Before we get to our devotional thought, I want to let you know about our next Parents' Night Out. It's going to be Saturday, May 13th. Bring the kids, they'll have dinner, do some Mother's Day crafts, play some games, and a whole lot more while you go and enjoy an evening out to yourselves. Now, there's no cost for this, but we do ask that you sign your kids up in advance so that we can plan accordingly. You can go to our website, to the children's section, or you can just scan the QR code on the screen. And that's going to be Saturday, May 13th, from 5 to 8 p.m. We encourage you, parents and grandparents, to be part of that. Well, last week, my daughter was keeping one of my great nieces for a couple days, and at some point, they decided to have a video chat with their granddad. Now, my dad and my daughter have always had the kind of relationship where they joke with each other through friendly insults. And my daughter asked how he was feeling, and he said he was feeling pretty good. And she said, "Well, I'm glad you feel okay because you look terrible." And they both laughed because that's just the interaction that they always have. But the 7-year-old in the room was horrified. When they finished the call, she very seriously lectured my daughter that she shouldn't talk to Granddaddy that way because that isn't kind. And how do you explain to a 7-year-old about friendly teasing compared to intentional insults? But it is true that we have to be careful how we speak. For a number of years, I umpired Little League and high school baseball. In the first 6 years and about 99% of the games in year 7, I had never had to throw a coach out of a game, not once. But in the championship game of the last All-Star tournament of the season, one coach had a couple of calls, 2 or 3 go against him, and he came out to argue. Well, I let him vent for a moment and then calmly told him he had to go back to the bench. I understand questioning my accuracy on the calls, and usually listening for a minute calms the situation. But then he accused me of working for the other team, challenging my integrity. At which point I politely invited him to be more constructive with his feedback and gave him the rest of the afternoon off to contemplate how he might handle future situations in a more productive manner. As a result, his team had to play the rest of the game without their coach. The Bible describes the tongue as a restless evil, full of deadly poison, James says. It also says that we're going to have to give an account for every careless word we speak. Statistics show that the average person speaks 11 million words per year. Wonder how many of those words are carelessly spoken. Now, the good news is that while our words can do harm, they can also do a lot of good. Proverbs 12:25 says, "A word of encouragement does wonders." That's why the Apostle Paul urges us to encourage one another and build each other up, because that's so important. Every time we open our mouth to speak, we make a choice as to whether we're going to build up or tear down. And with so much negativity in our culture today, especially in the media and social media, we have to work even harder to make sure that our words are positive. And in a world of negativity, being positive and encouraging can actually attract people because it stands out against the avalanche of harsh, angry, even hateful speech people are subjected to each day. Christians can be an oasis in this desert, a source of life-giving nourishment and comfort for the soul, just by being positive in our speech, because a word of encouragement does wonders.